Here are my favorite books for each month of 2024. For the month of January, there's no surprise, it was Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. I can talk about this book until I'm blue in the face. She is beauty, she is grace. I kind of killed that. For the month of February, we gotta give it to Divine Rivals. Okay, this book absolutely blew me away. I had no idea that I was gonna fall this in love with this book, and the characters exceeded my expectations. In the month of March, I entered my cowboy romance era and I was introduced to Flawless, and this is another one that absolutely blew my expectations out of the water. I was a little questionable at first, I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeehaw, this took me for a ride that I was not ready for. In April, we read Powerless and she changed my life. This is when Kai became one of my top book boyfriends. So it's only fair that it's my favorite of the month. Now, May did kind of put me in a little bit of a reading slump, but that's okay because Bridesmaid for Hire cured that reading slump. This is all I needed to get out of it, apparently. Who would have thought? June was also kind of a rougher month. I don't understand what was going on in that May and June time, but again, Megan Quinn to the freaking rescue. This is the last book in the Kane Brothers series, and it's also my favorite book in the entire series. Breaker Kane, that man. For July, Out on a Limb entered my life and quickly became one of my favorite reads of the entire year. It's just everything that you could ask for in a romance book and more. Another win for Elsie Silver for the month of August, okay? I don't know why, but Theo Silva, he did something to me in this book, okay? I fell in love with him and Winter's Story. September was a fabulous reading month and I finished the entire Belladonna series, and Wisteria was my favorite of the series. This is such a good book. Oh my god, I cannot recommend this series enough. This was a 6-star for me. Speaking of 6-star, Say You Swear, okay? For the month of October. Another book that made it into one of my top favorite books of the entire year. I love this book so much. November goes to Creatures of Chaos by Julie Hall. All I remember while I was reading this book was feeling so immersed and like vividly picturing all of the characters and the adventures and journey that they were going through. This was a really fun one. I cannot wait until the next book comes out. And in December, one of my most recent reads is The Silent Patient. Can you tell me why I waited so long to read this book? It's kind of criminal how long I waited, but it was so freaking good. That plot twist was crazy. So those are all my picks for my favorite books of each month in 2024. Let me know if you guys have read any of them and what you thought, and also what your picks were for each month.